Found a good spot. Free again. Yeah, out in Arizona. National Forest. And I was chasing this mountain over here. I'll show you. I'm out here so far. It took me like an hour to get out here, but it is the most awesome spot. It's ridiculous. But yeah, I was trying to go up that mountain. You can't. So, oh well.
What's up, everybody? How you doing? It's me, Merch, and check it out. We're rolling through Arizona in this episode, and I cannot believe how they grow crops in the middle of the desert. That someone deserves a medal for that. That just doesn't make sense to me. Seems like a bad place to do it. Although it does get plenty of sunshine. I'd love to know where the water comes from. That baffles me. But yeah, I was rolling through Arizona, going through the Sonoran Desert stretch, and or at least about to go through that. And I came up to Chevron, getting some gas. I saw this mountain in the background. It was something to see. It was huge, and of course, you know what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, okay, let's head out that way. Let's see if we can maybe get a closer look. Maybe there's a place to stay. Who knows what's out there? That's how all of my adventures have been started like that, hitting the dirt, basically going off the pavement. And this one started out pretty interesting, actually. I was rolling down this road. It started to get really washed out. So I thought I was going to go on the edge here. And I was like, oh, it looks nice and packed down. And it was pretty flat on the edge. But it was not solid. It was not solid at all. And I figured that out pretty quick. And you'll see here what happens when you try and ride a giant motorcycle in soft sand. So basically, the front end started swerving around, and here we go. Dump it. I was fortunate enough not to fall onto a cactus because there are cacti everywhere. I just fell on some rosemary, I think, and it was fine. That bike is a trooper. I've actually dumped it quite a few times. I did a little undercarriage inspection real quick, while I had it in that position, and everything was good. I had to kick the foot peg a little bit. That's kind of like the crash bar, I guess you could say, in that situation. It always bends a little bit, which is nice. So I just kick it back into place, and nothing was hurt. It was actually an ideal crash, I guess you could say. And we get back on the bike and we keep going, because that's the way that I like to do it. I'm definitely not stopping for that. And if you do, then you should maybe rethink your strategy. Keep going. But I talked to these dudes here. These guys are some law enforcement guys. I'm not really sure what they are doing. They're having a little powwow here. They said you can camp down there. I just like to make sure, I'm not always 100% positive what's good and what's not. But lots of dune buggies, lots of recreational vehicles. This place is pretty cool. I gotta look up the name of what it is. I'm gonna put it on the screen here. I don't recall a lot of times the name of the places that I am going to, because I haven't researched it. I just go there and I look, stop in, those type of things. That's what I do. I don't plan any of this out. This is all spur of the moment, and that's what makes it kind of fun. Is that if you over research things, and if you overlook into things too much, you already know everything that's going on in those situations. You already know everything that's going to happen there. You've already looked at the best this, the best that. You've over planned, and you've overlooked, and you've kind of you've sort of written off the adventurous, exciting part of the journey, which is what I think is more important than seeing the actual destinations that you're trying to see. I think the feeling of trying to find the area that you don't know that you're looking for is better. That's my opinion. That's how I feel about it. But there's a nice little waterfall up there. I didn't feel like hiking it because, the sun was starting to go down. I needed to find a spot, and this was actually kind of a far drive. I was out here it was probably like an hour, and I eventually just shut the GoPro off because it was such a long drive. But I found a nice spot, guys. Check it out. Now, this is open cattle pasture, meaning there are cows that are just walking around randomly. And that's kind of something to think about too if your gear can get ruined by them. But for me, it wasn't a big deal. I just sort of positioned it in an area where they sort of probably wouldn't walk, surrounded by rocks, and then I closed it in with my motorcycle, and that seemed to do the trick. I didn't hear any cows. I saw a few walk by, but they were headed in a different direction, so that worked out pretty well. And for the first time, guys, I could actually put on shorts. It was a cool feeling after riding in the rain, in the wind, in the cold for so long. It was nice, but I wasn't sticking around because this was just kind of like a stopover. It still did get pretty cold at night. That's pretty commonplace. I haven't found anywhere yet that has been above 50 at nighttime, and that is to this date today. And I think that has a lot to do with me staying in mountain ranges and stuff like that. I stay at elevation a lot, so that's kind of probably on me, even when I was staying in Southern California. But here's my crazy ride. This is my crazy bike. It gets crazier by the day as the things go on, but I like to showcase it because who knows what will happen to this thing, and maybe someday I'll like to remember the little details, like that way. I wrote that on the front fender there so that I can remember which way I'm supposed to be going. Sometimes I forget. But this is the ride out. This is the ride out in the morning. This is a national forest. It's all protected. So you can camp out there for free. And it is a little bit rough. I'm going to be straight up. The road's rough. You really got to pay attention to where you're riding. Too far over to the edge and you'll be in the soft stuff like it happened to me. Too far in the middle and you're going to get washed out. It'll be bumpy and it'll rattle your bike to bits. So that, there's a lot of stand-up riding. There's a lot of washboards. But the view is worth it. There's a lot of vegetation around that I was stopping and checking out, which was cool because I haven't really spent a lot of time in a desert environment. So I was really interested and I was intrigued. It really piqued my interest. A lot of the cactuses and just the weird, everything is spiky and they all want to poke you. But of course, I'm coming from the Northeast. We don't have anything like that. So I had to take a little break, jump off, take a look. And also, guys, side note, it is good to, if you're riding, have a change of gloves right in front of you, because it makes it a lot more fun to be able to change your gloves out for warmer ones. It's just a little tip. It really makes it easy, but take a look at these strange desert plants. Now, a lot of you guys live in Arizona, you're probably like, that is just what grows here normally. But for me, this is like an alien planet, basically. I feel like I'm on a different planet, and it's very cool. Everything just is so different than what I'm used to. Everything is very aggressive. I'm gonna be straight. It all wants to hurt you, I feel like, as opposed to like a forest. Sometimes out east or even out west, it's a lot more soft. I feel like everything's more soft, and everything in the desert is arid, dry, spiky, hard, and aggressive. But these little weird things here, they're so solid. And actually, I was playing a little tune on that one. It was pretty fun. But I decided, maybe I wasn't gonna try and make an instrument out of that one. I might get in trouble with the park rangers. So getting back on the trail, getting back on the ride, and trying to find some pavement. Really, it was fun being out there. But I go through these phases where it's like I want to go off road, and then once I do for a while, I'm ready to cover some more miles. Eat up some more miles, get to a different location, find something new. That's kind of the mentality that I was talking about earlier. Is that I'm intrigued by what I see, and it appeals to me for a little while, but it doesn't last long, and then I want to go somewhere else and see something else, see something new. So I don't know if there's a cure for that, but either way, there's always a road. There's always a new road to go down. So that's what I'm doing. I'm headed out here towards Patagonia. Patagonia is a little town down south, I guess. I'm not really sure, but this was a scenic highway, Route 82, I think, or Route 80. Don't quote me. Don't remember. But it was awesome. It was a little sign on the side of the highway that said scenic. Every time that I see anything that says scenic, I just pull down it because they're not lying. They've never lied to me yet when they say scenic route. Every single time. It's breathtaking. It's awesome. This is actually, I did all of this stuff that you're seeing here before like 7 a.m. I think it was like 8 a.m. So I find that usually if I get on the road really early and I hit a scenic route, it's usually the best because you get a good lighting, and also there's a lot less traffic if you can get it before like rush hour. So that was pretty cool. But I'm specifically blown away by how vast the Arizona landscape is. The deserts, you really can't explain it to somebody. You have to show them. They have to go and see it. It is vast. It goes on and on and on. And basically what I did was I hopped on the 8, and I was riding west towards San Diego, going through the Sonoran Desert stretch, and the winds were ripping. It was, hundreds and hundreds of miles of nothing. It seemed like to me, it was like an ocean of desert. And if you broke down out there and you didn't have, AAA or something, let's just say, for example, if you were by yourself and there's nobody out there on the road, nobody around to help you, you would definitely die, hands down, unless you knew what you're doing. So it kind of made me think about like the people who lived like a long time ago, the indigenous American people. How did they do it? It's like, how did they cross this? How did they make it? And there's probably some really cool secrets that they've got on how to survive out here, but I know none of them. I have a Camelback, and it doesn't last long out here. I was chugging water, and it was really hot and really dry. I just absolutely blown away. A very cool landscape, but you couldn't set up a tent or anything out here. It would be blown away by the winds. There's signs everywhere that says high winds, but here we go, getting towards San Diego, and I'm pretty pumped because I got tacos on my mind. You guys already know. I'm going to Tacos El Gordo. At this point in the ride, my stomach is already getting hungry for some loaded al pastor. I'm getting pumped. Tacos El Gordo. Tacos El Gordo. And here we are. I made it. This is next time, guys. Next video. This is Sunset Cliffs. This is out in, I think it's Mission Beach, I think. They're all the same, honestly. All the beaches are the same.
Where from, my friend?
Maine. So that was Arizona. Quick and sweet. Absolutely fun. But I had my sights set Southern California for both nostalgic reasons and also the weather. The weather is amazing. So I'll see you guys soon. Peace.